सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमथो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत् अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते यौपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ओम शांति शांति। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओमित्येतदक्षरमुद्गीतमुपासीत ओमिति ह्युद्गायते तस्योपव्याख्यानम् तदनन्यत्वम् आरम्भणशब्दादिभ्यः एतदुक्तं भवति एकेन मृत्पिण्डेन परमार्थतः मृदात्मना विज्ञातेन। When one cloud of earth is known correctly as mrut or clay, सर्वं मृन्मयं घटशरावोदञ्चनादिकं मृदात्मकत्व अविशेषात् विज्ञातं भवेत्। And all the vessels made of clay, because they are also nothing but clay, they are as well known in the real sense, in the essentially they are essentially known. यतो वाचारम्भणं विकारो नामधेयं वाचा एव केवलम् अस्ति इति आरभ्यते। यतः because वाचारम्भणं विकारो नामधेयं, what is vikara modification? Is something which has its origin in speech and it exists only in name. Vacha eva kevalam asti iti arabhyate. It is, So that a pot is, how they determine vacha eva kevalam? Merely by speech that the isness of the pot is, otherwise the pot doesn't have an existence apart from the word pot. vikaro ghata shraudhancanam chaidi nadu vastu vrittena vikaro nama kaschidasti. In reality, there is no such entity as a part. In reality, vikara, what is called vikara, modification, karya, the effect, is not there in reality. Namadheya matram etat anudam mritika ityeva satyamedi. The vikara is namadheya matram, merely in name, that's all. It is only name only, nothing more than that. It's only name. Mritika ityeva satyam. Mritika meaning the clay or the material cause alone is satyam. That alone is real, and there is no such entity in reality, which is what we call the effect, such as a part. Isha Brahmano Drishtanta Amnataha. So this is the Drishtanta, illustration for illustrating the nature of Brahman. Tatra Shutad Vacharamana Shabdad Dashtantikebi Brahma Vitirekena Kaijatasya Abhavaita Gamyate. Tatra Drishtanta Shutad Vacharamana Shabdad. In the strand of the clay, etc., the word Vacharamana. So merely hanging on the speech, so having a origin only on the speech, by that expression. Darstandikevi, in Brahman, which is Darstandika, what is illustrated? Brahma Vyatirekena Kaijatasya Abhavahiti Gamyate. We understand that in case of Brahman, which is Darstanta, also Kaijatasya, whatever is supposed to be the product of Brahman, which is Jagat of the universe, also is not there in reality. It is there only in name and not in reality. Meaning that the universe does not have existence apart from Brahman. The universe of names and forms doesn't have its own existence. It exists because of Brahman. It derives its existence, Satta and Sfurti, from Brahman. So that is why Jagat or Nam Rupatmakam Jagat is Mithya. Punascha Tejo Bandhanam Brahma Karyatam Uktva. Then Upanishad says out Teja, Ab, Annam, the fire, the water, the earth, these three elements. Brahma Karyata Muktva, having said that, they are also the products of Brahma, because Brahman subsequently it deliberates at every stage and creates one element after the other, or manifests as one element after the other. Tejo Bandha Karyanam. Then the Karya of the Karya also is Mithya. So Karya is Mithya is stated again. So by the illustration of the Mritika, that Karya is Mithya is stated clearly, but then specifically the effect of the three elements are Mithya again, Vacharambanam. So Apagad Agni Agnitvam Vacharambanam Vikaro Namadhyam Trini Rupani Ityeva Satyam. That is very clearly said, the three elements alone are real, and what you call fire is not real, is Mithya. So one by one, various entities are pointed out, fire and the sun and whatever. Agni is the first one, that's why it is always mentioned, but many other things are mentioned as illustrations that they are really in name only. What is really the three elements from which they are made, the three elements alone are real, and further, three elements also are nothing but Sat or Brahman. Aramana Shabdadi Bheti Adi Shabdat. The sutra says Aramana Shabdadibhyah, from the expression such as Arambhana, by the etc. Aididatmidam sarvam tat satyam satma tattvamasi. That this universe has that as its essence, and that is satyam, and that thou art, where that means sat, which is ekameva advitiyam. Idam sarvam Yadayam all of this is indeed Atma, nothing but Atma. So what is all this is nothing but Atma, meaning that all this is not there. This is all Bhada Samanadikaranyam. Idam Sarvam Yadayam Atma or Brahma Evedam Sarvam, all of this is indeed Brahma. So how Brahma and Sarvam, both of them are in the Samanadikaranya? That Brahma is all. Now Brahman is one and all is many. So how can all and one be true simultaneously? So this is called the Bhada Samanadikaranyam, that the allness is negated by the statement that all of this Brahman, all of this is declared as Mithya and Brahman alone is real. That all of this Atma alone is declared as real and all of this is declared as Mithya. Anyatha eka vijnanena sarva vijnanam sampadhyate. Had this not been the case, had effect not been mithya, had effect not been non-existent in absence of the material cause, then eka vijnanena, by knowing the material cause, that everything, all effects are known, would not be so. If pot also is real, and plate also is real, and clay also is real, then all of these are independently real entities, and by knowing one you cannot know the other thing. Like Ghata and Pata are equally real. Therefore, by knowing Ghata you cannot know Pata, because both are equally real. Similarly, if clay and the pot were equally real, then by knowing clay you cannot know pot. But pot is not real, it is only as clay, and therefore by knowing clay you have known the pot essentially. So eka vijnanena sarva vijnanam, that pratigna also requires that sarvam must be mithya. Tasmad yatha ghadakarakadi akashanam mahakasha ananyatvam. So just as ghadakasha is non-separate from or one with the Ghatakasha is identical to Mahakasha. Similarly, Jiva also is identical to Brahma. So that's the illustration for showing the oneness of Jiva and Brahma. Yathacha Mritushnika Udakadinam Usharadibhya Ananyatvam Drishta Nashta Swarupatvat. Just as the mirage water also is certainly not separate from the sand which is the desert, because it is now seen and then it is being destroyed even as it is seen. Drishta nashta svabhavatvat. So drishtam meaning pratetikam, nashtam meaning anityam. So it is perceived but it is impermanent, and it being impermanent, constantly changing, constantly being destroyed, you cannot really ascertain what is nature. Therefore, Swarupena Anupakhyatvad, you cannot determine what the Swarupa is, because even as you determine, it is changing. Evamasya bhogya bhoktaradi prapanchajadasya brahma vyatekena abhava iti drashtavyam. So thus, by that illustration again, Bhogya Bhoktaradi Prapanchajadasya, Prapancha, the universe made of the Bhogya and Bhokta, the experience and experiencer, Brahma Vyatirika Abhavaha, is also non-existent, devoid of Brahman. The Jagat consisting of the experiencer and experienced is non-existent, devoid of Brahman. Then this mata is taken up. Bheda Bheda Matam Utthapayati. That truth is Bheda Bhedam. Bheda also is real, Abheda also is real, and Bheda also is real. That's called Bheda Bheda Mata. Nanu Anekatmakam Brahma. We say that Brahma is diversified. Yatha Vriksha अनेक शाखः एवं अनेक शक्ति प्रवृत्ति युक्तम ब्रह्म. Just as tree is one from the standpoint of tree, but tree also possesses inherent diversity within itself. Similarly also, Brahman is one, but possesses inherent diversity in terms of Nana Shakti, many powers, and Prakriti, Parinama, and many powers and many modifications. That inherent internal diversity is there. The Svagata Bheda is there in Brahma, just as it is in Vriksha or a tree. Yathat samudratmana ekatvam phena tarangadiyatmana nanatvam. Just as a cause which is samudra. Now see, Vriksha and Shakha are one in the Svagata Bheda. Samudra and Phena is a cause and effect. So, as Samudra it is one, Taranga is many, or even better, Mrudatmana ekatvam, Ghatasharavadiyatmana nanatvam. As clay it is one, as pot etc. it is many. So both are equally real. This is the Bheda Bhedavada. So what's the reason why this Bheda Bhedavada is accepted in the first place? Tatra ekatvam jnanat moksha vyavahara sechyati. He wants to explain the vyavahara of moksha as well as the karma. So Upanishad, the moksha kanda is there and karma kanda is there. Both of them are equally valid. Now, Moksha Shastra teaches that one gains liberation by the knowledge of non-duality, whereas Karma Shastra teaches that you are an individual, you must perform this action or perform this upasana to attain that result which is unattained and therefore different from you. Meaning that the Karma Kanda is based on the diversity of Kriya, Karaka, Phala, the action, the accessories and the result. This diversity is presupposed. When they say Brahmano Yajeta, a Brahmana should perform a certain yaga. Swarga Kamo Yajeta, a one desire Swarga should perform Jyotishtoma. It's presumed that Swarga Kama, there is a person who desires Swarga. An individual is a Karta and desirer. And then there is a Kriya and there is Phala Swarga. And then this Jyotishtoma is all the karma. So Kriya, Karaka, Karma, Kriya, Jyotishtoma, all Karakas, Swarga, the Phala, all of these are different. This difference is presupposed. And that also must be real because Karma Kanda is based on this diversity. Karma Kanda is based on duality. Looking upon individual as an individual, separate from Swarga, separate from Kriya Karaka, separate from other individuals. Thus, to explain this Vyavahara, this particular mata or vision is there, or drashti is there, that Ekatvam also is real, Bheda also is real, Abheda also is real, and Bheda also is real. Ekatvam is real, Anekatvam also is real. Nanatvam Shenetu Karma Kanda Ashrayo Laukika Vedika Vyavaharo Sechyataheti. And Nanatvam Shena, the truth has two amsha, Bheda and Abheda. So Abheda amsha, by knowing the Bheda amsha, by knowing the non-dual aspect of the truth, you become liberated. By knowing the multiple aspect of the truth, you can conduct the Vyavahara. So you are liberated also alright, and you can perform Vyavahara also alright. Otherwise, if in the perception of the wise person there is no duality, how can you perform Vyavahara? Evam cha mrudadi dushtantaha anurupaha bhavishyanti iti. It is only in this way that the illustrations of clay, etc., will be appropriate, not otherwise. That's a Purva Paksha. So says on the page 375, Ratnaprabha says, Bheda Bhedamate Sarva Vyavastha Siddhi. We already saw that yesterday, isn't it? Yeah. So then, this Dushayati, that by Bheda Bheda Mata, that all Vyavahara can be explained, that view is countered here. Naivam Syat Mrutika Ityeva Satyamedi Prakriti Matrasya Dushtante Satyatva Avadharanat. Mrutika Eva Satyam. In Dushtanta that is said, clay alone is real. There is an Evakara there. So Evakara Vacharamana Shabdabhyam Vikara Satta Nishedhat Parinavada Shruti Bhashya Ityartha. Nevam Syat. What you say cannot be. The Bheda Bhedavada cannot be. It is first of all not acceptable to Shruti. Because Shruti says, Mritika ityeva satyam. Mritika, the material cause alone, is real. Idi prakriti matrasya dushtante satyatva avadharanat. In Dushtanta, the illustration of clay, etc., it is very clearly stated that prakriti, the material cause alone, is real. And vikaro namadheyam, vikara is merely in name only. And then further, tat satyam, it will be said, satyatva avadharanat, vacharamana shabdena cha, vikara jatasya anutatva abhidhanat. Vacharamana shabdena cha, vacharamana vikaro namadheyam. By that, Vikara jatasya, whatever vikara is. So not only one vikara jatasya, wherever vikara modification is there, wherever karya the effect is there, vikara jatasya anutatva abhidhanat. That vikara is anutam, false, is mithya, is also emphasized. Both are emphasized. So Mritika is eva satyam, but evakara, that the material cause is there, is emphasized. Vacharambanam vikaro namadheyam. By that also, that whatever vikara is there is mithya, is also emphasized. Dashtantikepi ऐतिदात्मइदं सर्वं तत्सत्यमिति परमकारणस्य वैकस्य सत्यत्व अवधारणात्. ऐतिदात्मइदं सत्यम सर्वं. All of this as Sat as the essence. Tat Satyam, and that essence which Sat is Satyam. So Sat is Satyam, it is said very clearly. Idija Paramakaranasya. There are intermediate causes. For example, the element water is the cause of the element earth, and fire is the cause of element water, and Brahman is Sat is Paramakaranam. So, Paramakaranasya eva ekasya satyatva avadharanat. The Paramakarana alone is Satyam, is avadharanat. So, Tat Satyam. Thus, what we come to understanding is that Sat, which is Paramakaranam, alone is Satyam. Sa Atma Tattvamasi Shveteto iti cha Sharirasya Brahma Bhava Upadeshad. Tat Satyam Sa Atma Tattvamasi Shveteketo. He Shveteketu. Who is Shveteketu? He is the Sharira. Sharire Bhavaha is an individual. and Brahma Bhavopadeshat, that you are Brahman. So one has to note this. Tattvamasi is a statement of an existing truth. That's what Bhashyakara will say. Asi is very important. Tattvam bhavishyasi. No. Tattvam asi. You are truth. You are Brahman. Iti sharirasya Brahma Bhava Upadeshat. The Sharira, the Jiva is in fact Brahma. That's what the teaching says. Now continuing, Sri Ratnabhava Ekatvam Jnana Karma Samuchaya Sadhyamiti Upadeshartham Iti Ashankya. Ekatvam Jnana Karma Samuchaya Sadhyamiti Upadeshartham. So even when Upanishad says Tattvamasi, it is a statement for Upasana. May you look upon yourself as Brahman and then perform this ritual and perform that meditation. So perform a ritual while looking upon yourself as Brahma. So Jnana Karma Samuchaya. Performing simultaneously the ritual along with this meditation that I am Brahman. It is for that purpose that Tattvamasi is said. So, Ekatvam Jnana Karma Samuchaya Sadhyam. So, hey Shvetaketu, when you perform this ritual with this meditation, then you will become Brahma. Jnana Ekatvam Jnana Karma Samuchaya Sadhyam. The oneness is sadhyam, is to be accomplished by the combination of meditation with the ritual. It is for that purpose that this is said, you are Brahman. So it is a statement for Upasana, not a statement of what is. So iti Upadeshartham, Tattvamasi Upadesha is to communicate to him that you will become Brahman by this karma and upasana, by this ritual and this meditation. Iti ashankya asi iti padavirodhat ma evamiti. Says no, that contention that this statement says that you will become Brahma. So they say that asi should be changed to bhavishyasi. Should be changed. That's what Narayan also Jivasya Brahmaikyam Dhyanadi Sadhyam Abhisandhaya Upadesha. So by meditation you will become Brahma. So Asipada Virodhatma Evam. There is a word Asi there which reveals what is. And so this isness is opposed to becoming. You are Brahma. And therefore there is no indication that you will become Brahma. So Bhashyakara Swayam iti Swayam prasiddham hi etat sharirasya brahmatmatvam upadishyate na yatnantara prasadhyam. Swayam prasiddham hi etat. Prasiddha means what is already accomplished. This is the praptasya praptihi. Nitya praptasya praptihi. Nitya nivrittasya nivrittihi. The jivatva which is never there, elimination of jivatva which is never there, and assertion of Brahman which is always there. This idea here. So Swayam prasiddham edat sharirasya brahmatvam upadishyate. Sharirasya swayam prasiddham brahmatvam upadishyate. Brahmatmatvam upadishyate. That Sharira, this Jivatma, is in fact Brahma, which is already an existing fact about him. the existing fact about Shvetaketu, the Shvetaketu is Brahman even when he takes himself to be Jiva. Otherwise there is no need to teach him. Tvam Dashmosi is necessary to be told because the one who is 10th takes himself to be other than 10th, takes himself to be 9th, and thinks that 10th is lost. And so he is told an existing fact that you are the 10th man, not that meditate upon this and you will become 10th man. That's not the point there. So there were Sharirasya Swayam Prasiddham Brahmatmatvam Upadishyade. In the statement Tattvamasi, that thou art Upadishyade is taught, is communicated. Brahmatmatvam, identity with Brahman, Swayam Prasiddham, which is already an existing fact. Sharirasya, for this Jivatma, for the one who takes himself to be Jivatma, that is Brahman is an already existing fact, and that is being communicated here by the statement that thou art. No yatnantara prasadyam, that is not that he has to become Brahman by some yatna, by an effort that is to become Brahman. That's not the point. अतः तत्वज्ञान बाध्यत्वात् संसायत्वं मिथ्या इति. So this is a basic difference here. That Vedanta sees Jagat as mithya and everybody else sees Jagat as satyam. It is for taking Jagat, the world to be real, samsara to be real, samsaritvam to be real. Everybody other than Advaita Vedanta takes the samsaritva to be real. Whether it is Christianity, whether it is Islam, whoever it is, whatever it is, all of them take that Jivatvam or being an individual, a sinner, or however they brand him, is real. You have to become free from sin by doing this upasana, by worshipping Christ and whatever forms of worship. Rest is all fine, you know. So in every other way they are okay. Other way means they are otherwise okay. As far as the prayers are concerned, the Christianity is some excellent prayers and beautiful hymns are there. So it is the religion of prayer, and Islam is the religion of namaz, namaskar. So whatever else they are teaching you is fine. And that's why Gandhiji and others said, I don't know, Gandhiji did not, but you see this also, that they are wrong basically, that Gandhiji did not think. He thought everybody is right. In Swami Vivekananda also said that, unfortunately, that everybody is right. So, our Ram Krishna Paramahamsa also said it, that all of them are right. That has created a tremendous confusion in India, and Gandhiji followed it also. Gandhiji was not a philosopher in that sense, so it's okay. Because sadhana is all fine. If at all, sadhana is fine, We'll give them that benefit, that what you are doing is okay. But that whole perception is wrong. That I am a sinner and I have to be saved. So call him a sinner, they call him savior, and that's how they establish the importance, and they establish the importance of church also. That church is the link between you and God. Without church you cannot attain God. That's how they establish their importance. So that is how in these religions there is a lot of misguiding also and exploiting. So first of branding them and then exploiting them. There is no branding here. You are Brahman. It's for you to see this fact. You cannot see it, then do this. So upasanas are all very much taught in Vedanta. Karma rituals also are taught. The meditations also are taught. Not for becoming something, but then for knowing something. Again says Nyaya Jiva Brahmanoho Samsaritva Asamsaritvena Viruddhatvat Aikya Ayogat. So he looks at it slightly differently. Jiva Brahmanoho Samsaritva. This is a Purva Paksha. Jiva Brahmanoho Samsaritva Asamsaritvena. That Jiva is Samsari, Brahma is Asamsari. Viruddhatvat, therefore they are totally opposed in their nature. Aikya Ayogat. So this is the whole thing. How can this fellow be Brahman? How can he be God? Now Brahman is translated as God. And God means creator, sustainer. This is a problem, you know. So Brahman is translated as God. And who is God? Creator, sustainer, dissolver, omniscient, omnipotent. How can he be creator? How can he be omniscient? So, but the omniscience of Brahman is different from omniscience of Ishvara. Ishvara is Sarvajna, Sarvavit. Brahman is Sarvajnam by virtue of illuminating all knowledge. And so, that's ultimate reality. Therefore, what is taught is the identity of Jiva and Brahman, that you are Brahman, non-dual. Even Jagat Karanam also is alright. You are Ishvara also is alright. What is the essential nature of Ishvara also is Brahman. So even if it is oneness of Jiva and Ishvara, Ishvara also is an essence Brahman. Because in Ishvara also there is an essential aspect and an incidental aspect. So Yatova Imani Bhutani etc. The one from whom the whole universe is born, this is called only Tatastha Lakshanam. That Brahman is creator and sustainer and dissolver is incidental. Satyam, Jnanam, Anandam is essential. So essentially Jiva is Brahman. Essentially a pot is clay. Understand? This pot is said, you are clay essentially. The clay also has an incidental aspect. In that sense it is not clay. The essential aspect is clay. And incidental is immaterial, mithya. Doesn't matter what's the size of pot and because that it is clay is important. Once the pot knows that I am clay, all the duality with other pots is gone. This fellow does not look upon other pots and pans as different from themselves and doesn't suffer from complexes of isolation, of exclusion, of smallness, of bigness, becomes free from all that. And that is important. Becoming big is not important, becoming free from complexes is important. So moksha concept is very important. What is moksha? Moksha is freedom from all complexes. What is a complex? Complex is the idea of smallness or limitedness. That is born because of taking myself to be what I am not. So this body I am not, taking the body to be myself has created complexes, and that makes me a miserable creature. It is to be make him free from misery. That's all we want to accomplish, nothing more. Whether it becomes big or small is immaterial, because after becoming big also he cannot become free from misery. If that is what you think is a solution of becoming free from shoka, no amount of becoming can make him free from shoka. Only by knowing that I am already free, that's what can make him free from grief. And that's moksha. Moksha is not to be understood as something, becoming something. Owning up what you are. That's what Vedanta teaches. Simple teaching. Very simple. Anyway, Purva Paksha says Viruddhatvat Aikya Ayogat, that Jiva is samsari, Brahma is asamsari. How they were contradictory in nature, how can they be one? Therefore, Bhavishyasidi Vakya Viparinamaha. So Tattvamasi must be understood as Tattvam Bhavishyasi. That verb must be changed to future tense, Bhavishyasi. Idi Vakya Viparinama Syat. That parinama or change or transformation must be carried out in that verb. Iti ashanka. If this is what you say, then this is our answer. Ataha Bhashyakara says, Atascha idam shastriyam brahmatmatvam avagamyamanam स्वाभाविकस्य शारीरात्मत्वस्य बाधकं संपद्यते रज्ज्वादि बुद्धय इव सर्पादि बुद्धीनां. The great clarity here, So therefore it is important to study these Brahma Sutras also to get real clarity about Vedanta. Ataschaidam Shastriyam Brahmatmatvam. Shastriyam Brahmatmatvam. Brahmatmatvam, the oneness of Brahman and Atma, that Atma is Brahman, is what is taught by Shastriya. That is, so Shastra is a pramana for that. The Pratyaksha Anumana, not the pramanam for you to know that you are Brahman. You don't have to see yourself as Brahman. The oneness is not to be perceived. Perception is not the pramanam for non-duality. You can't perceive non-duality with your eyes anyway. So perception means the knowledge gained through sense organs. And that we can never perceive yourself to be non-dual. Non-dual is not to be seen. It can't be. If it is seen, then there is some other problem there. So when I see everything is non-dual, then you send him to the doctor, because then there is some problem either with the eyes or with the brain, mind, Unless it is samadhi bhasha, that's another thing. It's called samadhi bhasha. That also can happen. That one can speak when one is actually identified with Brahman, then also one may speak. Aham vrukshasareriva kirti prashtang gireriva is the samadhi bhasha. Meaning, this is being said by the one who sees or who is absorbed in oneness. And words are uttered through him. Okay. If that is so, see the reason why not a single verse of Bhagavata is straight. Not a single verse of Bhagavata is straightforward. See, samadhi bhasha hai na bhai ye to. I said, what is this? Nothing is straightforward. No grammar is straightforward, no word usage, everything has to be interpreted in a very, very complex, very strange manner. Why can't you say things in a simple way? Bhagavad Gita is so simple. Hardly any arsha prayogas are there, And with simple learning of Sanskrit of first volume of Bhandarkar, you can understand basically what it says. Understand the whole grammar and you can't understand this. Even after understanding entire grammar, you can't understand Bhagavatam. And therefore it is very clear that it is said that Sridhar Swami must have really a great anugraha of Lord Krishna. For him to understand what Bhagavata says, he must have a great anugraha of Lord Krishna. To explain. His explanation also requires another samadhi bhasha, Anyway, his explanation also is so brief, but still very, very essential things he has stated. On that if you contemplate very deeply, then you can arrive at other things, you see. But otherwise, this oneness is not something to be seen. It is to be seen, yes, all right, but in your mind's eye, not with your this physical eyes. Atasya idam shastriyam brahmatmatvam avagamyamanam. The brahmatmatvam, the identity of Brahmanatma, is avagamyamanam, is to be seen only through Shastra, not by any of the pramanam, not by perception, etc. Swabhavikasya. So atasya means what? Says Ratnaprabha, Swata Siddha Upadeshad ityartha. Atasya. Inasmuch as Upanishad is teaching an existing fact. So what is Swata Siddha? An existing fact. Upadeshad. Inasmuch as Upanishad teaches what is an existing fact, therefore Shastriyam Brahmatmatvam Avagamyamanam Swabhavikasya Swavatra Avidya Taya Krutah Swabhavikaha. Swabhava means avidya. Now, afterwards you won't find this explanation. Here they say, so if you only beginning from beginning, then alone things will make sense to you. Also Ratnaprabha is also quite brief. Supposed to be simplest commentary Ratnaprabha. Still it is complex for us. But if you begin from the beginning, then it will become somewhat simpler. Then later on, because these words then are, once he has explained this, Swabhava Atra Avidya. Here Swabhava means avidya. Swabhava also in nature. Since Swabhava can have more than one meaning, in this context, Swabhava means avidya, ignorance, and Swabhavika, Taya Krutah. What is the product of ignorance is called Swabhavika. So, Swabhavikasya Shariratmattvasya Badhakam. So, this now question is Brahmatmatvam and Shariratmakatvam. That Atma is Brahma and Atma is Sharira. Sharire Bhava, limited body. These two contradictory concepts are there. Shastra says that Atma is Brahma, and my experience says that Atma is Sharira, meaning it is confined to Sharira, is Jiva. So now, they say that this Brahmatma, oneness with Brahma, must be negated by your experience that you are Jiva, and that you must become Brahma. Bhashyakara says that this perception of yours that you are a Jiva is a Brahma, is an opinion, is a delusion on your part, is not a reality. So what you take yourself to be, namely Jiva, is not the reality about you, it is a notion born of ignorance. What does ignorance do? Ignorance brings about the adhyasa, the identification with the body-mind complex, and that has given you the idea that you are a limited entity. So, Swabhavikasya Shariratmattvasya Badhakam Sampadyate. Therefore, when you follow the teaching of the Upanishad, Upanishad does not just make a statement that you are Brahma, but gives a whole methodology of how to see that you are Brahma. By the Panchakosha Viveka, Shariratra Viveka, Avasthatra Viveka, Drugdrushya Viveka. These prakriyas are also told. So methodology of how to see yourself Brahman also is being told. And then you can use the whole Yoga Shastra for that purpose. Of Yama, Niyama, all of these are definitely useful as far as the sadhanas are concerned. And then you will see that I am Brahman becomes the reality for you, and then you realize that I am a Jiva is a notion which gets negated by this knowledge that I am Brahman. So what the Shastra reveals negates your notions which are born of ignorance. Rajvadi buddhayaiva sarpadi buddhinam. Just as this is a snake, that notion is negated by the knowledge that this is a rope. Similarly also, that I am a Jiva is negated by the knowledge that I am Brahman. Says Nyaya Nirnaya Viruddhatvasya Kalpanikattvena Upapattau. So this Viruddhatvam, that Jiva is limited in every way and Brahman is free from limitation in every way, apparently there is a contradiction in the statement you are Brahman, and so there is a contradiction. Viruddha kalpanikattvena upattau. But that contradiction can be an imagined contradiction, can be a Brahma. That contradiction need not be a reality. Kalpanikattvena upattau. That I am a Jiva can very well be Kalpana. Upatti. It can be explained, it can be reasonably explained by showing that this is an image, this is a Brahma or a delusion on your part and not a reality. Vakya swarasyam bhantva. And then, by giving up the swarasya, the simple true nature of the Vakya. So, swarasya means what? What is the Vachya, the grammatical meaning, the Vachyartha of the Vakya? Bhantva. Viparinama kalpana na yukta. If you can explain the primary meaning of the Vakya, does not have to be negated, because the contradiction that you feel can be explained as an imaginary contradiction and not a real contradiction, and therefore there is no need to distort the statement you are Brahman. Then says Nyaya Nirnaya Yaduktam Nanatvam Shena Sarvyavaharopatti. And then you say it. Nanatvam Shena Sarvyavaharopatti. Only when you accept the diversity in the reality, then alone the Vyavahara can be explained. The Vedika Vyavahara, Amum Yaja, worship this Devata, worship that Devata. Or, I am so and so, this Vyavahara. This Vyavahara which is experienced by us and as though taught by Vedas in Karmakanda can be explained only if we accept the diversity in the truth, a Bheda also. So, this is what the Purvapaksha says. Tatra kim aike jnana uttarkalina vyavahara siddhe vedamsha satyatvam kalpyate kim va praktana vyavahara siddhyarthamiti. Of course, Ratnavara also says that, but anyway, let me complete this. Tatra kim aike jnana uttarkalina vyavahara siddhe. What do you mean by Vyavahara? By Vyavahara, do you mean the Vyavahara that happens after the wisdom? Or Vyavahara that happens before the wisdom? So, Satyatvam Kalpyate. See, the Purvapakshi sees a need. Purvapakshi says that you can explain the Vyavahara only if only Brahman has diversity. Only Brahman is divided into many Atmas, like the fire divided into many sparks, and thus if that Amshi Bhava is there, Amsha also is real, then alone the Vyavahara can be explained. So that Vyavahara is in the state of ignorance or in the state of knowledge. Please tell us. We don't mind accepting Vyavahara as Satya in the state of ignorance. Then there is no Satyata. We can accept Vyavahara in the state of ignorance, but then kim va praktana Vyavahara siddhyartham, after knowledge or before knowledge. That's what Ratnavara also said. Yaduktam Vyavaharartham nanatvam satyamedi tatkim jnanad urdhvam Vyavaharartham pragva. That Vyavaharartham nanatvam satyam. To explain Vyavahara, the Nanatva meaning the diversity also must be accepted as real. Tatyam jnana urdhvam, is it after the knowledge? So jnanat udhvam vyavaharartham. If vyavahara after the knowledge, pragva or before the knowledge, na adhyah. Hey, there is no vyavahara after the knowledge. Ityaha badhitecha. Subhashyakara says, badhitecha shariratmatve तदाश्रयः समस्तः स्वाभाविकः व्यवहारः बाधितो भवति यत् प्रसिद्धये नानात्वांशः अपरः ब्रह्मणः कल्प्येत. So the thing here is, the trick here is, or rahasya is this, that vyavahara can be carried out even without giving reality to duality. You can be a beggar, but just because a person appears to be begging does not mean that he has to be really begging. He can make a show of begging also. That fellow can, therefore begging can be badhitam begging, or can be real begging. So an actor performs the act of a beggar, then what is that begging? That begging is badhitam. It is negated by the knowledge. What's the knowledge? I am an actor, I am a wealthy person, and therefore this beggarliness is simply superimposed and not real. With that knowledge, he can very well effectively perform the act of begging. So just because somebody effectively performs the action does not mean that the duality is real in the perception of that person. So the wise people also do all the vyavahara. They also talk and they also eat and drink and do everything. Then how can they do it if the duality was not real? But the wise person performs the vyavahara knowing that the duality is mithya and the non-duality is real, and still you can as though assume duality and perform vyavahara effectively. So therefore badhitecha shariratmatve samasta swabhaviko vyavaharo badhito bhavati. The entire vyavahara which is born of ignorance is also badhita. So badhitvam is one thing and nasha is another thing. The vyavahara nasha does not happen, vyavahara badha happens. For a wise person, there is not an absence of vyavahara or abhava of vyavahara, badha of vyavahara, negation of the reality of vyavahara. So kartrutvam karmanyabhi pravruttobhi naiva kinchit karoti saha. Even though he is engaged in action in every way, he does not perform action from his own standpoint. Yat prasiddhe nanatvamsha aparaha brahmana kalpyeta. Hey Purvapakshi, you are imagining the diversity in Brahma for explaining vyavahara. Says, you do not need diversity in Brahman to explain vyavahara of a wise person. That there can be non-duality and still vyavahara can be. These are all very baffling things. In that sense, the teaching of non-duality is very baffling. It has baffled even great people. How can? So such a great person as Ramanujacharya finds 100 mistakes, or his followers 100 mistakes they find in Shankaracharya's teaching. Inconsistencies, illogicality. So that is what we mean by mithya. That is illogical. If it is logical, then it becomes real. So we have no problem in accepting that this whole thing is illogical. All kinds of the logical doshas or defects are involved everywhere. no problem with that. So yet prasiddha hai. For justifying the vyavahara of a wise person, there is no need for you to imagine nanatvam or diversity in Brahman, because baditaha, that vyavahara can take place even when the diversity is negated. Says Jnanena pramatruttvadi badat tadashra vyavahara nasti iti vyavahara abhave अर्थापत्तिम उक्त्वा श्रुतिम उपन्यस्यते. प्रमातृत्वादि बाधात, he acts as a karta, pramata, bhokta, but kartrutva, bhoktritva, pramatritva is what? Badhitam. It is only falsified. Therefore, vyavahara abhave. So tadashra vyavahara nasti. Even though vyavahara is there, wise person's vyavahara is there, but that vyavahara is not based on real kartrutva. Meaning that for performing vyavahara, you do not require real kartrutvam and real bhoktrutvam and real pramatritvam. So, tadashra vyavahara nasti iti vyavahara bhave arthapatti muktva. So, arthapatti, this teaching of non-duality would not have been there had the vyavahara been not negated by the wise person, Shruti Upanyasyati, Bhashyakar also quotes the Shruti in support of this. Says that Darshayite cha yatra tasya sarvam atmaiva bhud tatkenakam pashyet इत्यादिना ब्रह्मात्मत्वदर्शनं प्रति समस्तस्य क्रियाकारक फललक्षणस्य व्यवहारस्य अभावं what? Abhavam looks like an incomplete sentence. Darshayati cha. So Kriyapada comes first here. Darshayati cha abhavam darshayati. Abhavam darshayati. The Shruti also shows an absence of vyavahara based on the real kartrutvam. An absence of vyavahara based on real kartrutvam, that Shruti also shows. Yatra tvasya saram atmaiva bhut. When for this wise person everything has become Atma, he sees Atma alone. Tvam pumanasi, tvam stri, tvam pumanasi, tvam kumara, utava kumari, tvam jirno dandena vanchasi, tvam jatosi vishwato mukha. He sees Atma everywhere. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvamiti. When he sees that, yatra tasya atmaiva bhut. When in the vision of the wise person, everything has become Atma, meaning he sees everything as Atma. Tat kenakam pashyed. Tat kaha kenakam pashyed. That kaha also is understood. Who will see with what? So karta is negated, kaha. Kam, the karma is negated. Kena, karana is negated. So there were karta, karma, karta. These three things you require for vyavahara. All these three things are negated. Ityadina Brahmatva darshanam prati. For the knower of the identity of Brahman Atma, samastasya kriyakaraka phalakshanasya vyaharasya abhavam darshayati shruti. That the entire vyavahara based on the kriya pashyate kashyet kriya karaka kena phala. Well, of course, kam pashyet, etc. So, lakshanasya vyavaharasya abhavam dashayati. The whole vyavahara, which is supposed to be based on the duality of kriya karaka phala, the Shruti shows absence of that, absence of the real vyavahara on the part of the wise person. This is a badhita vyavahara. That for carrying out vyavahara, you do not require a real kartrutva, pramatritva, etc. Okay. पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। કાલે છેલ્લો ક્લાસ હશે આપણો. કાલે હનુમાન જયંતિ છે. બસ સાંજે છે.